Since being taught by Charlie to be a human, Aoshui has thoroughly understood what it means to be a person outside the sky and someone outside the person. Knowing that Charlie has great supernatural powers, she has always admired Charlie in her heart, and she is even more ashamed. It was natural that she was overwhelmed at the beginning and even had to compete with Mr. Wade. However, the more beautiful girls with hot personality, the more they like men who are much stronger than them because only such men can convince them. Therefore, Aoshui always regarded Charlie as her biggest idol. Hearing that Charlie wanted to make magical medicine, she couldn't help but exclaimed. She didn't expect Mr. Wade to have this ability to make magical medicine. Qin Gang sighed. How powerful is Mr. Wade? We only saw the tip of the iceberg. I heard that a few days ago, even the genius Dr. Tianqi paid homage to Mr. Wade's medical skills. His injury was because he bought Mr. Wade casually. Refining magic medicine is mostly better. Gosh! Aoshui was completely shocked. Her family has been doing medicinal materials business all year round, and in fact, she still knows a lot about traditional medicine. Tianqi is one of several superb traditional medicine masters in China. In terms of seniority, he is really at the level of patriarch. Even some big people, it is difficult to invite him out of the mountain. Unexpectedly, even he is not as young as a young man like Mr. Wade. Aoshui couldn't help being full of fascination with Charlie. Such a man with great ability is the object of women's most admiration. Especially a strong woman like her would only worship and surrender to such a powerful man. So, all of a sudden, she felt like a deer crashing in her heart, not to mention how excited she was. Qin Gang suddenly saw his daughters blushing. He was taken aback for a moment, and then immediately realized that his daughter seemed to be a little girly to Charlie. He turned slightly in his heart and hurriedly said to Aoshui, "Aoshui, Dad will prepare medicinal materials now. When the medicinal materials are ready, you will take them to Mr. Wade tomorrow morning." "Me?" Aoshui acts in surprise. "Dad, don't you want to go by yourself? Why do you let me go again?" Qin Gang smiled and said, "You are a girl, and you are about the same age as Mr. Wade. You are both young people, so naturally, you can talk better." After speaking, Qin Gang said again, "Actually, Dad is telling you the truth. Don't look at Mr. Wade's strength and supernatural powers. In fact, he is a very low-key person and has been a son-in-law in the Wilson family for several years." Aoshui nodded and said, "I seem to have heard about this, but I don't understand why Mr. Wade is so powerful. Why does he want to be a son-in-law? Even if he loves that Wilson family woman again, he can directly reveal that he is married. Why does he want to be a son-in-law?" Qin Gang sighed. "This is where Mr. Wade is unpredictable. If you say that it is really because of love, there is nothing wrong with it, but I have heard people say that he and Claire from the Wilson family, in fact, it's just nominal. In the past, Claire's mother told people outside that Mr. Wade was at home and couldn't even get to Claire's bed, so he could only sleep on the floor." Ah! Aoshui was dumbfounded. It would be too much to let Mr. Wade sleep on the floor of the Wilson family. Qin Gang said, "They don't understand how great Mr. Wade is. I think it may be one of the ways of cultivation of Mr. Wade. Many people in the world like to practice asceticism, and practice as hard as possible. That's it." Aoshui nodded and said, "Mr. Wade is really amazing." Qin Gang said earnestly at this time, "Daughter, it won't take a long time for Mr. Wade to spread the wings and soar into the sky. At that time, all Orus Hill, and even large families across the country, will be desperate to curry favor with him. The big family will send their most beautiful daughters into his arms. You have to seize this opportunity to deliver medicine to Mr. Wade." "What?" Aoshui blushed all of a sudden. "Dad, what are you talking about? I don't understand what opportunity to take. Still acting stupid with me?" Qin Gang said sternly, "Dad can see that you have admiration for Mr. Wade, right?" Aoshui squeezed ashamedly for a while before finally nodding. Qin Gang said, "I have a hunch that Mr. Wade, this real dragon, will not last long in the little snake den of the Wilson family. One day he will definitely leave the Wilson family. Mr. Wade builds up a good relationship, even a foundation of affection. Speaking of this, Chin Gang looked forward with emotion. If our Chin family can recruit a son-in-law like Mr. Wade, this will definitely influence our family's fortunes for the next 100 years. At that time, we will realize the aspirations of our ancestors. The Chin family has become the top in the land of China. If that is the case, the ancestors' grave will be smoked. The ancestors will be very pleased. Ao Shui's heart shuddered when she heard this, and she immediately put away her original shame. Dad was right. This is not a simple matter of love for children. This is the key to whether a family can break through the shackles of fate and meet the weathered dragon. Encountering the weathered dragon is a difficult opportunity for a family to wait for a century. How many families have flourished and disappeared in less than 100 years, but there are also many families that can survive 100 years, but they still cannot go further. The Chin family is the latter.